Welcome to the Twin Flame Divine Love reading for June 7th through the 13th. As you might be able to tell, I've been going through some serious detoxing coming up to this full moon and releasing. So sorry if I'm a little nasally, but I'm feeling much better, which is good. So I have already shuffled and prayed over the cards and asked the Divine to let us know what we need to know in order to move forward on this journey. Like before, I still feel that the masculine and feminine are dealing with different energies, but the other messages will be the same for both. It's just this first set of cards is letting us know what's kind of going on in the 3D for the masculine and the feminine. I have a feeling pretty soon after this moon, the energies will then go back to being somewhat similar. But during this time, the feminine is going through definite beginning of her ascension, which then the masculine will follow in understanding what, well, once we understand what we're going through, then the masculine kind of follows after that. So that's why right now we're a little bit split in our energies. Not as balanced. Also been feeling for this week that the feminine is really starting to maybe be a little bit resentful of the masculine not necessarily showing her the right, I don't want to say attention, but treating her in the way that she wishes to be treated. I think we've been working really hard at the union and not paying much attention, feminine, to how we allow ourselves to be treated. And now, stepping into this ascension, we're realizing, wait a second, you know, if we do not treat ourselves better and expect that type of respect, then the masculine doesn't have a way of knowing how to. It's not going to change. The behavior's not going to change. Unless we change the behavior toward ourselves and our respect, their behavior's not going to change. So this is our time to actually take time for ourselves and say, what do I really want out of relationships in general and out of this relationship? More respect, more care, being more attentive, you know? So instead of getting negative about these energies, realize this is a time, this is a red flag to say, all right, what do I want from or desire from this relationship ultimately? Instead of putting so much time into it all the time, taking a step back and working on our self-respect and truly focusing on what we want, okay? So the first card, the basis of the relationship this week, or the relationship with love this week, for the masculine, is Prince of Summer. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So they're starting to feel this emotional experience, that this union, they're feeling the emotion surrounding it, starting to kind of open up a bit, but still I feel they are guarded. Any of them that have come back, it's still somewhat minimal communication, hoping with this moon that all opens up and then we find out some information for the feminine with this moon, and the masculine is able to release a lot more things. But right now for the relationship with love, it's staying grounded in an emotional situation. So like I said, they are feeling the emotional, but they're trying to stay grounded and not be so emotional that they're feeling as if they could be swept away. It's too much. They're still holding on to trying to be in the 3D and still create that, what they would like to offer the feminine. But it's a beautiful card. By far. I mean, falling in love suddenly, you know, all of these things, all of a sudden they're really feeling these emotions, but they're still trying to stay grounded and still stay in that 3D this week. And for the feminine, look at that, the moon. And I do feel this feminine, this moon for us, it's going to help us with our ascension, definitely. But like I say, all these moons have been very powerful. This is just another powerful one, okay? That's going to bring more of a balance because we'll be respecting ourselves more. and focusing on what we desire out of this relationship. So it's powerful, intuitive epiphanies, and that's what's going to come to us, what to focus on for ourselves. Letting go of worry or fear, right? And doing that with the moon. Still, throughout this journey, it still pops up, that worry, that fear, that ego. So letting go of that with the moon and understanding the truth of the situation. Like I said, hopefully, but I'm feeling it, that some communication is going to come about, and things are going to be brought to light. What's going on behind the scenes is going to be brought to light. The divine is wanting us to see these things a little bit more because we're getting closer and closer. We've done so well with our ascension, and we're working just as hard. And even though we get that internal conflict, realize it's because it's something to work on for ourselves. And so the past energies to be aware of at this time during this week for the masculine, the Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. These are still the past energies that are there, creating that for that foundation in the 3D, trying to juggle all these things, juggle the world with his emotions and his heart, trying to get that balance. And it seems like this week he's got a little bit more of a balance. He's moving toward that, right? But still trying to stay grounded. Even though he's feeling these emotions, not necessarily expressing them, he's feeling them. He's still trying to stay grounded. So these are the past energies that are having that help that with that grounding and then with that foundation. And for the feminine, the past energies to be aware of this week, Princess of Autumn. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So we've needed that push. We've gotten that push, right? We're stepping into this ascension, the next wave of it. And those are the past energies. It's happy news that we got through this other ascension, now stepping into the next one, and really focusing. And when I say also career, it is our life purpose, right? And part of our life purpose is this unconditional love. And unless we love ourselves unconditionally and put ourselves first in some way, that's not going to come about. So like I said, it's important for us to figure out, hey, I deserve to be treated with more respect, right? I deserve for you to communicate with me, right? And if we start standing up for ourselves internally in this way, it's going to help. And the present energies for the masculine during this week is 4 of Summer. Man, I do feel this. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted, which I feel the feminine is feeling this right now. No more. We're standing up for it. We used to be so supportive no matter what he did, which is unconditional love. But now it's giving unconditional love for ourselves, saying, you know what? This is what I want. Because unless we figure out what we want, how can it be given to us, right? So taking someone or something for granted, there it is, discontentment with life. So he's like I said, he's feeling these emotions, but he's trying to stay grounded, so he's a little upset. He doesn't know the next step this week. But I'm feeling with this moon, it's all going to come out. A lot of the divine messages are going to come through. But right now, in the present energies, there's a chance of, being distracted and not seeing the magical opportunity. And for the feminine, the present energy is 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. There it is. There it is, feminine energies. Yes, stand up for yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that you're cruel or you tell them off or anything. It's just when you feel like that, kind of keep it to yourself and battle with yourself through it, because it's just all we're needing is an energy, an air about us that commands this respect. Okay? And to not bow down so much, and to start, and if we do communicate, talk about what we're doing for ourselves and how we're moving forward. So be courageous and stand up for yourself in a nice way. In the present energies, the future energies to be aware of coming this week is the masculine is the ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Definitely, we're feeling this. These are things to release with the moon, right? And being major arcana, this is definitely what they're going to be going through. So during the week and going toward the end of the week, this is what's going to be going on. And hopefully they will release this. In order to release it, they gotta have to be aware of it. It has to be happening to them as well. So going through this is not a bad thing. It's this struggle with the ego. They're going to have that battle and hopefully release these things. And I'm gonna do a moon reading to help show what to release and what to receive too, okay? So, and the future energies for the feminine is the Prince of Spring. Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. See, when we stand up for ourselves, we get that balance, we get that respect, and then the passion comes in. You're passionate about yourself, you're passionate about the things around you, and definitely your counterparts. And you're happier because now they know we are showing them what we want out of the relationship and how we want to be treated, and that is the unconditional love. We are learning what is this unconditional love. Okay, so it's immediate action. So we're taking action on this. Near the end of the week, we're taking action. And we are successful in any challenges that the masculine may be putting up with the ego. Okay, with their ego, or we're going to be shooting them down. Because we are strong right now. This ascension is really giving us strength. Because we're doing for ourselves, right? And for the... what's holding us back, the 3D kind of grounding issue that might be holding us back this week is for the masculine 3 of summer. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. See? So cherishing the friends, cherishing the feminine, being more proactive, being more communicating more, forthright with truth. Right? I do believe they're giving more truth, but it's still so limited, guarded. So this is what's holding the masculine back, not realizing that it's news worth celebrating. Like, we want to hear it. We want to celebrate with them what's going on in their life. So, give it, communicate. All right. And for the feminine 3D, that might be grounding us, holding us back, the Empress. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Yes. Maybe being fearful of this, feeling like it's not going to come to us. Is it even possible? Is this relationship even possible to be in a way that I truly desire it to be? Because in the past it hasn't. Am I ever going to be able to produce, all the abundance or receive the abundance that's meant for me? All of these things, all these worries, okay? And to release that. And it's also a 3. So any of those karmic relationships out there, if we are the female's worried about that, because it's 3 people, right? And realize that this relationship, this union is very fertile. It's very just growing in strength. It is moving forward, so release any of that fear around, is he ever going to just move on from these karmic situations and relationships? Yes. The answer is yes. Keep telling yourself, this union is inevitable and it's going to happen. The answer is yes. Because it is a successful life of luxury. Once we stay creative and positive, it's coming to us. So, the positive action we can take this week is for the masculine, the wheel. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So that's positive action. Get rid of the delays. Stop focusing on what's holding you back because you're going to start moving. Yeah. And, you're not expecting the good luck. Expect the good luck. That's the positive action. Expect the good luck. Now, you don't necessarily dictate the outcome and how it's supposed to be, but expect that it's coming to you, masculine. This is happening. It's coming to you. The wheel is turning in your favor. It's another arcana. We have beautiful arcana here this week. And for the feminine, the positive action is 8 of summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. And one of those major life changes is choose you, Recognize what kind of luxury life you do want. And that means the love-wise. How do you, really delve in there. How do you want to be treated? Romance. What would be romantic to you? What would make you feel good? Appreciated, right? These are the things to really dive in there. I don't know as feminines if we ever really map that out, because we're always very giving. But you also have to receive, and in receiving, that's the balance, right? Okay. And what we can work on to help ourselves move forward this week for the masculine is the Hermit. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. Yes. And this is also an arcana. I can't believe all the arcana we've gotten. And yes, okay, focusing on your spiritual growth will help you move forward, realizing the spiritual path. This is a spiritual connection. And all negativity, all your past is ending. Leave it in the past. That 9, it's an ending. Leave it in the past. Yeah, take a break from everything that you've been doing. Take a break from that 3D and realize the spiritual. Balance that out. And for the feminine, what we could do to help ourselves move forward is Queen of Spring. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Yes, maintain the balance between working on the union and working on our personal home. Us, all right? And believe in yourself. Yes, believe in your intuition. Believe that you can figure out what will truly make us happy in this relationship. And stand strong on your own to say, I deserve this love. I deserve this respect. I deserve to be treated well. And I deserve to treat myself well and just be unconditionally loving toward myself. Gorgeous. For the masculine, the surrounding energies from the divine this week, 8 of Winter. You have what it takes. If only you believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you're not, a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Yes, they are helping you with your self-confidence, with all the insecurities, with that fear and worry, okay? They're giving you the strength. That's why I said focus on the spiritual a little bit more, masculine, because that's what will give you your strength, even in the 3D, okay? They're helping you with your self-confidence to come forward and to communicate with the feminine, the news worth celebrating. We want to celebrate with you. We want to know what's going on and know that you're moving forward. And so the energy surrounding the divine, the energies from the divine that's surrounding the feminine this week. 9 of Winter. Once again, this is another moon card, okay? So it's saying unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So they're helping the feminine with this and release this to the moon. Okay? Unfounded fears. There's no reason for them. So they're really taking them away from us because now they're unfounded. We're not finding them as much. We're not as fearful. We're stronger. Right? And we're going to focus on positive scenarios. Like I said before, realize it's going to be a good relationship instead of saying, well, is this going to be the relationship I really want? I mean, look what it's been like, right? Does he even tell me what's going on or the truth? Well, those are the things we focus on, are those things that are most important to us in the relationship, right? Yeah. And no more worrying growing out of proportion. So release all that to the moon, because that's what they're surrounding us with. They're surrounding us with, like I said, once again, the strength and the confidence to know this is right and this is moving forward. And so the outcome energies for this week for the masculine, nice, Princess of Summer. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitation to a social event, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. And that would lovely be the feminine. We are compassionate friends that we want to hear from you. Tell us your concerns. We're having them too, masculine. And he's going to be more gentle and see the sensitive, right? So he's going more into the emotional, like the basis of the relationship or the relationship with love this week. He's getting a little bit more emotional while staying grounded, but still. And maybe enjoying himself a little bit more, you know, within a social event. He's will be a little bit more social in communication. And for the feminine, your outcome energies, beautiful. Unity. 5, positive change, right? Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. So there it is again. Like I said, let's figure out with the compare what approach you want. You know, what do you want this union to be like? Figure that out. And doing it for the right reason. For unconditional love, you're doing all this for the right reason. So it's good that we look within and we spend this time and figure this out, because it's for the right reason. They're telling us, yes, you're doing this for the right reason. For the union, for the unity, for positive change. And I always like to see this card, like this would be the feminine sitting there gaining all this wisdom, and then there's the little masculine. And with the bird, with the communication, and kind of like, yep, we're going to get that out there to you so you know what to do next, right? We're doing our ascension so you know what to do next. So let's see what kind of messages we get from the romance angels this week. Help us maybe feel a little more passionate and know what's going on heading up to this moon and through this moon. What's going on emotionally, on a loving level, and within union, because these are going to be both for the masculine and the feminine. Okay. So, basis of the relationship and the relationship with love this week. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Like I said, all that karmic situation, there's the realization for both masculine and for feminine that, wow, these other relationships do not compare. They do not compare. So any type of, like I was saying, for the feminine, getting like upset and being like, well, he doesn't talk to me and he doesn't, and then maybe someone else is paying attention to you and showing you, and they're just showing you. That's just the red flags. Doesn't mean that you want to be with them. It means they're showing you maybe how you want to be treated. So you take a step back, but they're the unrequited love, because you don't love them, you love your masculine. So pay attention to that. For the masculine, this karmic situation you're in, and if anyone else is paying attention to you, this is also helping you realize how you want to be treated. So for this week, any type of attention you get from someone else that is not your counterpart are the flags that you look at to help you figure out what you want in this union. The past energies to be aware of is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yes, disconnect from all those ideas, those 3D ideas that just don't fit with the union. I mean, the union is going to fit in the 3D, but the union itself is way more 5D and has this mission. And so in order to do these things, you kind of disconnect from the world of their ideas of things. And like the one card said, you know, comparing the traditional verse, you know, and then that would be more traditional. So we're kind of retreating from that. And these are the past energies, just like walking away from that. So they're still around us. And we are walking away from this unrequited love. We've been doing that for a little while now, but there's a lot still there to work on. And for the present energy surrounding us this week, this could be the one. Doesn't this always happen? Yeah, this could be the one. So stop asking again, feminine, when you get upset, saying, well, this guy treats me like this, and why can't? They're only showing you what you're looking for, okay? Because you know your masculine is the one, and you just have to believe it can happen. But we have to be the ones to work at it in the way of figuring out what we want so it can come to us, so he can be that for us. So this is the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So know this. They're telling us once again, in your present here, even if he's being distracted and he's not, you know, and he's failing to see the magic in the union, the opportunity, and you're standing up for yourself because this is the one. Stand up for it. And the present energies this week, it is safe for you. I mean, this is the future energies coming to. It is safe for you to love. There you go. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That's what I was saying. We give, but we have to be open to receive for this balance, for that flow, because that's definitely the unconditional love. So through this week, coming toward the end with the moon and everything else, we want to be open to receive, right? We will give, but open up to receive. It is safe. We will only receive good messages and what we want, desire, care for in this relationship. Okay, what's holding us back? Like the 3D issue, possibly? True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Recognizing this is the romance of a lifetime. And I want to say, romance, okay? I don't know how much we've been feeling the romance part when we're working so hard at it and trying to figure out what's going on, feminine and masculine, trying to work the 3D so much so they can have something to offer. I think we've been so heady and we've been so working. And so this is a time to, like I said, focus on this true love. It's a romance. It is a romance. Let's focus on the romance of it. Don't know how much we've been doing that lately, and now's the time to do that with this moon, the beautiful moon that's coming up. Those are what we want our intentions to be as well. So realize this is a romance of a lifetime. Let's put more romance into it. Recognize what romance means to you. So positive action for this week. Yep. Give your relationship a chance. Right? Give it a chance. Work on your partnership in the way of just give it a chance again. And like working on it, meaning work on yourself to figure out what you want this partnership to be like. I mean, look at her. She's kind of like, oh, I know I love you, but oh, it's not easy. Well, we got to get in there and figure out what do we really want from them. I don't know how much we ever really focus on that. We're so busy, right? Trying to figure out other stuff and fix us and all that, but that's part of fixing us, realizing what do you really want to open up and receive? What would that look like? All right, what to do to help move forward? New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, like I've said before. Realizing it will be anew. He will be new. He will be that the masculine will be that person we are wanting and behaving in that way because we now know what we want. So it's going to be new love. He's going to be new. Get rid of the past of how you felt about how it was going to be, even how it is now in the present. Even if it isn't at that point, and a lot of us, it's not at that point because we're still working so hard, realize it will be a new love coming to us. And the energies that the divine is surrounding us with, yes, heart-to-heart conversations. And this has to do within ourselves, with the masculine. It's going to open up more, especially if the feminine is open to receive the messages he's wanting to give us. And to be compassionate, being that compassionate friend, right? And be caring enough to just allow him to open up on his terms and his timeline, right? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And they're helping the masculine to be more honest, to discuss it in an honest way. And the outcome energies for this week, woo, nice chemistry. And this to me is like manifesting, like they're manifesting here. There's a strong magnetic attraction. Yes, there is. So all that unrequited love stuff going on, it's that none of those people, none of that karmic matters because there's a strong magnetic attraction. We will always be attracted. We will always end up coming together to manifest. Manifestation. So we're going to manifest this. The outcome with the unity, right? And the new relationship, right? Okay. So now we get some advice, some messages from the fairies. Yeah. I mean, if we give our relationship a chance with heart-to-heart conversations within ourselves and our counterparts, we have new love, right? And such a chemistry that we will attract what we are hoping for, desiring. So, the fairies want to tell us about our relationship with love with this week, and the basis of the relationship is there to practice, practice, practice. This is what I was talking about as well. Paying attention to any of those karmic things that are going on around you, and then realize, okay, what do I need to work on? Practice it. Practice being romantic towards yourself. Practice these things, how they feel for you. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. And it's also practicing with the communication, because right here I feel like this is the feminine, this is the masculine, and the feminine is trying to just practice to communicate in the way, even the 5D, to send love, no matter what. No matter how he's acting, just send love. And the past energies that are to be aware of is travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So that just moving forward is life-changing. This energy is changing our lives, right? We're traveling, we're moving forward. We have moved forward from the past. So these past energies are still pushing us forward or around this week. Retreating from the world, disconnecting, right? Moving forward. And your present energies, our present energy surrounding us is dietary change. Like I've said, take things in differently. Change your perspective on things. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So that's being more positive, because this is the one, right? And even if he is distracted and not showing enough attention, stand in your courage and your strength and change your perspective. Just stay positive. Okay, the future energy surrounding us is, pregnancy. Oh my gosh, I've been going through this so much as well. Because I do feel like part of my path is to have a child with my masculine. And I was getting my nails done, and there was like 4 pregnant women around me. I'm going, oh my gosh. And everywhere I'm going, I'm seeing pregnant women. And then today, a license plate said moon baby. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to manifest this with the moon? So pregnancy, the birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. So this also means this, any creativity you have, any part of your life purpose, like a birth of something as well. Doesn't mean you have to be pregnant, but for some of us, that is our purpose with this. And it's a great blessing to the whole world. So that's why we want to do this. And that's why you want to share your ideas with the whole world. Use your creativity. And what might be holding us back in the 3D, grounding us. Oh, here it is again. Birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your questions. So, as I've said, this doesn't necessarily mean your birthday or anything. It just means a rebirth. Like getting rid of the old and becoming new. Stepping into your true, authentic self may be holding us back. Some of us might have fear about being our true, authentic self. Okay? I was asked once, what do you fear by becoming 100% you? Because I always knew I had this ability and I had these things about me. And I said, I'm afraid I'll be alone. And it's not true. You'll just attract more people like you, and you'll be so much happier and become so much stronger, and you have so much light and so many light beings around you, including your counterpart. Okay? Step into the new you. So, positive action for this week. You've got the power. Like I said, this gives us power. When you step into you, authentic you, it gives you that power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. Yeah, realizing we can do this. We are manifesting this. We are strong enough. We are finding these answers of how we want to be treated, loved, respected. Okay? And what to work on to help move forward? Yeah. Admit your true feelings to yourself. Right? Truth. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. Amazing, huh? Only we know what we truly desire. Start paying attention to it, but on the romantic side, on the relationship side, how do you want to be treated? How do you desire to be treated? And the energies that the divine is surrounding us with, my tongue, patience, please. They're giving us this patience to get through this. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are seen factors that need to occur first. And those unseen factors that are occurring, I believe we will get some answers from these moon energies. They're going to bring some things to light. And what you're asking for is coming, right? So having that faith, be patient, have that faith, know it is coming. They're giving it to us. They're sending it to us. Be open to receive that, right? It is safe for you to be open to receive it. And the outcome, summer. I do feel like a lot's going to happen in the summer, everyone. I mean, we're in summer, but it's really happening, especially with this moon. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So we have that card that's saying, be patient. What you're asking for is coming, and now they're saying it's coming in the summertime. Now, that doesn't mean the full-out union, and it means some of the things we've really been desiring and hoping for, maybe even better communication and romantic flow. That may be true. That's maybe coming, the next step to having a better relationship. Even in 5D, 3D, not fully together, but better communication. All right, so what the Power of Love cards going to help us with what energy we're in with the relationship, with the past, what's dealing with the present, what's coming to us in the future, what we need to work on to not make us so grounded in the 3D, our positive action, what we can work on, and what the divine is surrounding us with, and one more, the overall, too many. The overall outcome, what energy? Okay. What power of love. So, basis of relationship with love this week, satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Isn't that what I've been talking about? Step up for yourself, right? Realize, what do I desire so people will behave that way toward me, right? They will no longer just be doing these things. They will then behave in the way we want. They will no longer define who we are. And that's also that unrequited love, right? That was there too, from the romance angels. You'll no longer be defined by that karmic relationship. You will move on toward what you desire. Okay? Yeah. The energy of love, self-approval, right? That's one of those things. Self-approval will help us. Instead of, all these karmics might be saying nice things to us and everything, and we're going, yeah, I want to be treated that way. Well, are we treating ourselves that way? Do we believe we have a beautiful body, a beautiful mind, a beautiful heart, right? We're working on that. And it's going to be so satisfying because we will be totally who we are. So past energies that are surrounding us this week is willingness. And we have been willing, and thank God, God willing. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. Yes, that compromise. And we've been compromising, right? That's the energy from the past. We've been compromising, but now it's more about a balance. Figuring out what you want, desire, so it can happen around you. We're willing to compromise, yet now figuring out what do we want from this. And in the present energies, purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. That's our purpose. Right now, we are in our purpose. Moving forward, feminine, getting through this ascension so the masculine can come up behind us, having that self-respect, having that self-love, so then they feel that and they become stronger and we get a better relationship. We're determined, dedicated, to consciously demonstrate this love for ourselves and for our counterpart and everything that surrounds us. Oh, wrong one. And for the future energies is evolution, evolving. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Yes, that's our future. Realizing anything that's being put in our way, it's just lessons, right? Like I said, even those karmics, that unrequited love, those people that might be saying these things to us, it's a lesson, something to learn about ourselves, to work on. And grounding us in the 3D, possibly, present, yeah. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. I was just talking to one of my friends, part of my triad, about this. Be in the moment. Stop thinking about, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this and that's going to happen in the future. How am I supposed to get that and how's this going to happen? Be present in your moment to take in all the signs, the synchronicities, the messages that the divine are sending to us. Because all this stuff is going to happen, but focusing on how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen, it's supposed to happen then, and it's supposed to, like even that card with summertime. If we focus, oh, everything's supposed to happen in the summertime, no, that's not necessarily the message. Some things are going to come through. Know that it's coming, so have patience, right? Be in the moment right now, okay? And do not, what I love to tell people is, realize everyone's on their own path and what they're going through, that's them. Don't take things so personally. Please try not to take things so personally, especially from your counterpart. What they're going through, some growing pains, there may be some, not such great communication, but no, take a step back. It's not you, it's growing pains. It's what they're having to go through. They're working on it, right? So be in the present and try not to take things so personally. And positive action is priorities. Yes. Feminine, making yourself a priority. Love of self. Self-care. Romance yourself if you're not getting it from your counterpart. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Yes. Manifest this love for yourself and for the masculine. Having your priorities, but knowing that the biggest priority is the union love. And for what we can do for ourselves to help us move forward, elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Yes, raise that vibration. Admit your true feelings to yourself, which will help you raise that vibration for this new love, right? This was with the new love. So raise your vibration. Be more positive, knowing that it's going to be new and what we desire. The energies that the divine is surrounding us with, detachment. They are helping us disconnect from the world, disconnect from the karmic, right? Getting rid of that unrequited love, but seeing it for the lesson that it is to help us move forward. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yes. And that includes any kind of karmic energy surrounding it. Amen. That is beautiful. And that's what helps, we're going to then receive what we've been wanting, right? It's coming to us. They're telling us it's coming to us. They're detaching us from all the other stuff. Let go of the old so the new can come in. Transformation is the outcome energies. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Yes. And this is the summer one, right? So we are going to move past the illusion of all the karmic, unrequited love, things holding us back, feeling like we're trapped. That's all illusion. We are going to become more aware of the masculine truth and our own truth, feminine, of how we want to be treated, what we want. Okay? Okay. So now I am going to, I always do, right? The whispers of love. All right. So, what does the masculine want to tell the feminine this week? What does the masculine want the feminine to know this week? And what does the feminine want the masculine to know this week? What does the feminine want the masculine to focus on and know this week? Wait. That's a lot. Okay. I'm saying go for it. Okay, for the masculine. Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. Okay, for the first is forgiveness. Right? Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. They're telling us they're realizing that they can't hold on to these past disappointments, but they're also wanting us. They know that the feminine has been disappointed, and they really are telling you that nothing's going to be gained if you hold on to those disappointments. Like I said, let's realize it's going to be a new love. So let go of the past disappointments, realize we're in the present, be in the present moment, right? And then move toward that future of the new love, a new union, right? Because he's saying be willing to express the love. Okay, so even though you've had past disappointment and you've been upset, be willing to express your love. Overlook all that and be willing to express your love, because when you express love, you begin to receive more love. So he's telling us the more we express the love, even though he's not necessarily putting it out there to us, he will become more comfortable to send it to us, and we will be able to receive it. He's also telling us to open up to receive it, even though we've been having past disappointments and hurt and pain. Open up. It is safe for you to love, right? It is safe for you to open up and receive, give and receive. So he's telling us, open up, it's going to be okay. Because he knows it's the union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation, right? So no matter what's going on, and we always want the truth, he's saying that connection is still there. It needs no explaining. It needs no words, right? You want to hear I love you. You want that text saying I love you, but it doesn't need to be there because it's there, right? There's a connection of love that defies explanation. And he realizes this. He wants us to know he realizes this. And if he hasn't explained what's gone on to get him to this point, it doesn't matter. This is what matters. The union of hearts. Gorgeous, gorgeous message. So for the feminine, okay, look, great. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, let me get this in order. Demonstrate love through romance and treasures and okay. Ask for help. Okay, I got it. Message from the feminine. All right, you ready, everyone? Okay, appreciate this moment, right? That was that present card. So appreciate the moment so you can get these messages and the feelings and the love that the feminine is sending. To kind of tell the masculine to not get so uptight about the future and how's it going to happen, how am I going to get this or do that. Just appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love, right? So it's also telling about the moment you are in is teaching you to help you grow and find love. Find how to get closer to us and our love. So appreciate the moment that you're in. Ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. That even means it's okay for the masculine to ask the feminine for help. You know, what is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Yes. Masculine, be willing to allow the feminine to give a little bit of support. I guess that's ultimately why the feminine always wants to know information, so we could somewhat be of help, so we know what to do next or how to move forward, right? So it's okay to get support from others, and it's also asking the divine to get the support from the divine. Demonstrate love. Be about love, right? Demonstrate your love. Put it out there. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. And so this is part of the feminine figuring it out. That's what we're telling them. We're figuring this out right now. So we're figuring out what we really want from you. So you will be able to act upon it. You'll be able to demonstrate it toward us in the way that we want. So yeah, we're figuring it out for ourselves so you can then figure it out and love the love you want to give to us and act on it. Because, like I've been saying, romance, we're focusing on the romance. We're telling them as we're focusing on the romance. Romance is important to us, right, feminine? Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Yes, romance. I've been saying romance yourself. Figure out what romance means to you. We're figuring out what romance means to us. Feminine's letting the masculine know. Romance is important. We're figuring out what it means to us, right? Then it will help them to be able to act on it and give it to us and demonstrate it, right? And then it's a treasure. Treasure your loved ones. We want to be treasured. Treasure all the loved ones around you, because the more you treasure your loved ones, more love comes to you. Like he said, the more love you have, the more you receive. Be willing to express love, because when we express love, we begin to receive more love, right? So the feminine is just saying this as well. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So it's important to express that deep love to us through romance. We will let you know how to do that, right? So really, yes. So appreciate the moment so you can figure out what's going on in the moment. And what's going on in the moment with the feminine, we're letting you know, masculine, is that we're trying to figure out what we really want. Ask for help, meaning be open to receiving the messages from the feminine about what she would want from the masculine. And realize we want to be supportive, masculine. And then demonstrate that love. Find it out from us so that you can act on it with romance and treasure. Deeply. Deep romance. Beautiful. Okay. So, now I'm going to pull a crystal to focus on for the masculine. What will help this week to meditate on, focus on. And feminines, if you're watching this, you can do it also with your intention for the masculine. So you'll have a crystal for you as well, but you can also focus on this one for your masculine counterpart to help him this week. Because it's just about intention. And of course he's open to receive it because he's a part of us. Okay. So, for the masculine, rhodozite, which is a 7, so it really is paying more attention to spirituality and the divine messages that are around you. And it's also going to help with, which is important, no, wrong one. Wrong one. Hold on. Okay, rhodozite. Nice. Mighty power. Zingy rhodozite is excellent for removing blockages and for adding vitality to the physical body. It cleanses, activates, and powers up all the chakras and harmonizes the etheric bodies. This crystal encourages the flow of Kundalini energy to all the cells and the spaces between. Karmic imprints from your past lives or emotional wounds from earlier in your present life may be creating a state of psychosomatic dis-ease. Your own negative or compulsive thought patterns also play a part, as can those of other people directed towards you. Wow. That's what that unrequited love, that karmic energy, right? And, like he was saying, get rid of the disappointments of the past. Check out the harmony or lack of it in your environment. Earth energies may be disrupting your well-being. The ground around your workplace and your home may need healing and stabilizing by planting suitable crystals in the earth. Living in a healthy, stable environment creates a stable physical body. So this is going to help them move toward that healthy, stable environment of the union. And stability, balance, and to let go of any of that negativity from that karmic situation. Wonderful. Ooh, sorry to send that flying. Put that over here. Okay, for the feminine, we have, nice, Herkimer Diamond, which is a 10, which is a 1, right? So it's a new beginning, too. And it's 46. I keep coming up on this ancestral light. So this, it is about our lineage and our ancestors, too. A lot of this stuff is to be cleared for that. Okay. Herkimer Diamond. Instant energy. Powerful energy generators that access and release past life information. Herkimer diamonds make excellent shields against geographic stress and EMFs. This crystal works beyond the physical levels of being to bring harmony to the energy bodies and the soul. Keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying causes of your disease. You may be particularly sensitive to EMF frequencies, radioactivity, and detrimental earth energies. You may also be psychically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. That's good. That's good. We'll get better messages, and also going inner. Our inner message is trying to figure out what we desire when it comes to romance and this union. Check that you're not living on a negative earth energy line. You may be addicted to your tablet or mobile phone and receiving detrimental vibes therefrom. Screen yourself appropriately. High vibration, high impact energy can dramatically change your world. Yes, so that was part of that. Raise your vibration, right? Let's raise our vibration, push away any negative vibrations, negative energies, and we do that by raising our vibration, pushing all the negativity away. And pay attention to your dreams. So now we're definitely getting messages in our dreams as well. Nice. Psychically sensitive. That is truth. So we're psychically sensitive, even more so this week, feminine. So be aware of that and focus on that crystal when you're feeling a little overwhelmed by the energies that are surrounding you while going through this, especially with the energies of the moon. It's a very emotional time. All right, so let's pull some flowers for the masculine. What to work on, what to meditate on, and one for the feminine. Oh, nice. For the masculine, family harmony. Chrysanthemum. Your loved ones form a strong pillar of support. Embrace their love and put past issues behind you. Nice. Putting the past behind and recognizing who your loved ones are, right? Treasuring your loved ones. Have that treasure for them. Don't, take anything for granted, right? Not seeing what in the present, right? Not taking things for granted. Realizing a strong pillar of support. Once again, that was that other card, right? We are support, we're love, and we want to support you. So we do want to know things in order to help support you. Beautiful. Love how this reading is all coming together. I mean, they all do, but this one is extra beautiful. Wow, for the feminine, wise soul. Azalea. I love azaleas. Your soul carries ancient wisdom. Please embrace it as you have the knowledge to help those around you. Yes. The more we become knowledgeable about ourselves, right? Feminine, about what we desire and what that union's going to be like, the more we will help those around us. That unconditional love, also helping our counterpart. And we got the same color flower too. Look at that passion, that pink energy, that gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to pull one of my cards from the Mystical Wisdom deck, just to give us a little bit of wisdom during this week, what to focus on. And also because I love Josephine Wall, she's the illustrator of the Whispers. And this one, there are different authors, but I can't, I love her illustration. Dragonfly. Live life to the fullest, right? And that's in that present. Being present in the moment, being within yourself and recognizing your emotions in that moment. Live life to the fullest. Be your full self, like I said. Step into who you really are so you attract that light around you, lighter beings around you, having that higher vibration, pushing away any emotional energies that aren't working for you, and embracing the ones that are, because we're becoming more aware of what we desire. Gorgeous. Okay. And last but not least, Whispers of Lord Ganesha. All right. What blockages is Ganesha helping us with so he can give us his gift? The lovely gift giver that he is. I hope you all like my angel down in the background. I love it. Okay. What are we receiving? Oh, divine support. So he's taking away any blockages that are keeping us from getting this divine support. Once again, here's that support, right? So the feminine really opens up, gets that those divine messages, and wants to support the masculine with them as well. And the masculine will hopefully open up to receive more of that, because he does understand that there's a union. It's inexplicable, right? It can't be explained. He's trying to explain it to himself maybe, and he can't, but he knows that it's there, and he knows that it's moving forward. And we are given divine support during this week, and with the moon, major energies, and the detachment of the divine support. So beautiful. And it also turns out to a number 3. So we're giving divine support in any of those karmic situations. They are guiding us out of them, leading us toward what is meant for us. All right, everyone. That is the weekly reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you on your path. I will be back with a full moon reading to help us realize what we want to release and what we'd like to receive, and what the divine is surrounding us with to release and receive. I always like, with every moon, I know some people don't do this, but I like to release with each moon, because I know we just need to do it, and the energies are wonderful for that. So hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you with the moon reading. Take care. Share the love.